So who is the GOAT of MMA? A question that has existed since the beginning of time. I see channels like Bedtime MMA and LucasTracy, I don't know if you've heard of them since they're relatively small on YouTube compared to my channel, trying to answer this question. But they always get it wrong, so in this video I'm gonna go over the true 5 GOATs of MMA. And based on recent performances, it's undeniable that this guy needs to be at number 5 on the GOAT list. I'm of course talking about Gracie. This guy has unmatched fight IQ. He understands how underused the guard pull is in MMA. And you might say, "Ooh, guard pulling doesn't work in MMA." You're wrong. It gives his opponents a sense of safety, and then he lures them into his guard so he can submit them. Only true geniuses like myself can see the absolute brilliance behind Gracie's style. Plus, the Gracies are like the Rothschilds of MMA. But anyways, let's not get into all that now. Instead, let's move on to number 4. GM3, and let me tell you guys, no GOAT list is complete without this guy. First of all, let's talk about his power. Many consider Pereira to be one of the most powerful punchers in the UFC currently, but in my opinion, he gets absolutely mogged by GM3's power. And where is my proof, you might ask? Well, I point back to the Bruno Silva fight, because Bruno Silva is coincidentally an opponent that Pereira has also fought, and Pereira wasn't actually able to hurt him. Bruno Silva ate all of his shots for breakfast, while GM3, well, that was another story. GM3 knocked him down. So he already has better striking than a kickboxing GOAT. Plus, he's the ultimate fraud checker. He has some losses though, but those doesn't really count because he wasn't trying. When GM3 is trying, no one beats him. Now moving on to number 3, we of course have Anthony Smith. And hear me out guys. On paper, he's the GOAT. On paper, he beat John Jones. And on paper, he beats Alex Pereira. I'm tired of people trashing Anthony Smith online. We need to start recognizing that this guy is in the GOAT conversation. Like, the guy is so good that after he fought John Jones, who many casuals considers to be the GOAT by the way, he said, "Hey listen man, he's not really that good man." That's how good Anthony Smith is. John Jones wasn't even a match for him, and people often say Ankalaev is the worst matchup for Pereira, but they're completely clueless, because on paper, Anthony Smith beats Alex Pereira. Because Anthony Smith undoubtedly has the best grappling at light heavyweight. And Ankalaev honestly pales in comparison. I mean, have you seen Anthony Smith's turtle position? All I'm saying is, there's a reason why Pereira's been ducking him ever since he came to light heavyweight. But anyways, at number 2, we have the man born in Russia, forged in Ireland, the Russian Hammer himself, also called the GOAT by many, Artem Lobov. And this guy's one of the most impressive records known to mankind. There are 8 billion people in the world, and only 15 has managed to defeat him. Do you realize how goated that is? Plus, this guy stood his base against Khabib's whole team. He was about to take Khabib's O right there and then. That's why Khabib pulled up with 10 people, and still my money would have been on Artem if they were to throw down. However, Artem spared his whole team from complete embarrassment, which shows what a humble man he is to his fellow countrymen. But enough about number 2, let's move on to the American gangster himself, Chael Sonnen. And if you have anyone else as the GOAT, you're a complete casual like Bedtime MMA and LucasTracy. Real hardcore fans all know it's Chael. He's undefeated, undisputed, never lost a second of a round. This is what Khabib wants to be. This is what GSP wants to be. This is what John Jones wants to be. Chael inspired all of these guys. Plus, he has some GOATed wins too, over the likes of John Jones, Anderson Silva, Federer, Wanderlei. The list goes on forever, and besides being undefeated in the cage, he's also undefeated when it comes to mental warfare. He would destroy his opponents mentally before destroying them in the cage. And if you still don't believe me, all I gotta say is, when you're the greatest fighter in the world, they got a name for you. They don't call you a great fighter. They call you Chael Sonnen. And with that, I think I'm gonna end this video. Go check out my last video where I talked about the UFC fighters I dislike the most. But anyways, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Who do you think is the GOAT of MMA? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to share this to every MMA fan you know. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.